What's up, YouTube? My name's Zane. Today I have a Spright combo video post Banlist. I'm gonna be showing like a lot of the combos you can do with pure Spright. I'll also be showing a runic Spright combo that I haven't seen anybody else doing that I think is really strong. But yeah, a lot of people were asking in the last video like how the combos work now for Spright. So I'll be going into several different hands and how they work. So yeah, let's get into the combos. Okay, so our first combo is a 2-card combo, Beaver plus Blue. You'll start by normal summoning Beaver. You'll special summon Nimble Angler. Then you'll special summon Blue. Blue, I like to grab Carrot. This could be Carrot or Red, depending on which one you want to end on. I prefer Carrot. And then right here, I like to go Gigantic to play around Nibiru. So we special Gigantic. This is our 4th summon. We'll activate Gigantic to summon. Gigantic will go ahead and summon Jet. Jet will trigger searching us double cross. We'll special the Carrot, and then we'll link these two into Sprint. Sprint effect will send Angler. Angler effect will trigger to summon the other 2 Beavers from deck. And here you have the option of either going into IP Masquerena or Mannequin Cat. I like to go Mannequin Cat a lot of the time because one, it leaves your zone open to take with double cross, which is really good against like a Fenrir, for example, because then you can banish with their Fenrir. But also, Mannequin Cat, if they play any dark monsters in their deck, can summon a Blue or a Jet from your deck to get guaranteed follow-up. Usually you'll summon a Jet, grab Starter to have guaranteed follow-up. And another thing to keep in mind is double cross can reborn the Jet to get you Starter to have follow-up if you don't need it as an interruption. So on this end board, you end with a Sprint Bounce, a Carrot Negate, a double cross take or equip, plus a Mannequin Cat to get follow-up. If you go the IP route with these instead of Mannequin Cat, you end with an extra interruption, which IP can summon the Unicorn, and this was in the deck profile, but you could also play Appaloosa, like IP with these two to go into Appo, which gives you 2 monster negates, which is really strong. And you keep in mind this is a 2-card combo. You have 3 other cards in hand. That could just be 3 more hand traps. You know, obviously 3 Nibiru would be great, but yeah, that's the first combo. We'll get into the next one. All right, so this combo is another Beaver Blue combo, just another route you could take with the same 2 cards. You'll start with the Beaver effect will summon Angler, and then you'll summon Blue again. Blue will grab Jet this time. You'll special the Jet will still grab double cross, but right here on your 5th summon you can make Gen Buster to play around Nib, because this can negate Nib. And then here you link these 2 for the Sprint effect will send Angler will summon 2 Beavers. You'll overlay both. You'll make Gigantic effect will summon the Carrot, and then you set double cross. It's basically the same end board, except you end with a Gen Buster instead of IP or Mannequin Cat. So it is another route that you can go with the same cards. So we'll get into the next combo. All right, so for the next combo, we just have Red plus Blue. This could also be a Carrot. Blue can also be a starter. The other combos, Blue can also be a starter as well. It's the same result. Like Beaver plus Starter does the same thing as Beaver plus Blue. So for this combo, we'll go normal summon the Red, special the Blue grab Jet, special the Jet grabs double cross, link the Blue and the Jet into Sprint sends Angler will summon the 2 Beavers. You then overlay the Beavers, make Gigantic can then summon Carrot, and then we set double cross. So it's still, I know this field doesn't look like insane, but it's still 4 interruptions, plus you have 3 other cards in hand, and you can just make this board like with almost any hand. You know, like you just need access to like either like a Beaver or like a Blue starter Jet. Like you have so many cards that get you there. So yeah, you have the Carrot negate, you have the Red negate, you have Sprint Bounce, you have the double cross take or equip, which is really strong. Plus 3 like non-engine cards, like makes this board like really hard to break. All right, so for the next combo, I'm going to show you something. If you draw like a somewhat poor hand of just like Fenrir, plus a level 2 that does nothing, plus like 3 non-engine cards, you can go special the Fenrir effect. You'll search another copy of itself. You'll normal summon Angler. You'll link these two for Sprind. Sprind will send the other Angler, summoning the 2 beavers. Then you can overlay the 2 beavers. You'll make gigantic effect. You'll go ahead and summon the blue from the deck. Blue will trigger to search Jet, and then you'll special Jet. Jet will trigger. And here I like to grab Starter because I like to end on a carrot every time if possible, just because spells are so powerful, especially with Branded Fusion being so popular. So then you go Starter, go ahead and grab carrot. And then I like to link these two into IP, since you have a free discard for the unicorn if you want to make unicorn with this. But you also have the option to go into a Gin Buster instead of IP, because these are the 2 darks. You can also go Mannequin Cat. So these are your 3 options right here. I usually like to go IP, but it's kind of matchup dependent. So if you know what you're playing against, it could change. But you do have the free card to discard, which is nice. So you have this plus the 3 non-engine cards or whatever in your hand. So yep, you'll get into the next combo. Okay, for the next combo, we have another Beaver Blue combo, but this time we're going to incorporate Ibli, which I'm not a fan of. I'll go into why after the combo, but you'll start normal summon the Beaver, summon the Angler, then you'll special blue, blue effect, you'll grab Jet, you'll summon Jet effect, grab Smashers this time. I'll explain why in a second. You link the 2 Nimbles into Sprind. Sprind will send the other Angler and summon the 2 Beavers. Summon the 2, you'll overlay, you'll make gigantic effect. You'll use to summon Ibli from deck. You'll then link either blue or Jet, depending on the zones you summon, but it has to be a dark specifically, plus Ibli for Beat Cop. You'll then summon the Ibli to your opponent's field. Then you can use Beat Cop to either tribute itself or tribute the blue, to put a counter on the Ibli. So what Beat Cop says is it's a generic link to, and it says if you summon this card using 2 dark monsters with different names, it gains this effect. You can tribute 1 monster, target 1 face-up card on the field, place a patrol counter on it, and the first time it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, it's not destroyed. You just remove the counter instead. So what this does is you set this so they can't just go switch Ibli to attack, battle phase, crash into your Sprind, because it has the counter, so it won't be destroyed. But also, if they normal summon another monster to try to make a link, you activate Smashers to banish, whatever, banish this. You'll banish their normal summon, so they can't link because they can't special summon. So the only out to this specifically is if they just play a copy of Lingeribo in the extra deck, because then they can just link this off, make Lingeribo. And that is why I don't like the combo, because if they do just link it off, make Lingeribo, then all you have is your Sprint Bounce and a Smashers, as opposed to the other combo. You have 2 more good interruptions. And I think a lot of people will probably be on Lingeribo, so I don't think it's a good idea to go for the Ibli line, but that is how the Ibli line works. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get to it, but that's like the most generic way to get to the Beat Cop Ibli. You can also make a board where you overlay with the Sprind and summon everything in defense, so you don't have to Beat Cop and they can't crash because everything's in defense, but that has its own issues as well, because still being the Lingeribo, there's no way to beat this card unless you're playing Kashtira and rip it out of their extra deck. So in Spright specifically, I don't think this card's very, very good. But also against Branded, this is another point I need to bring up. Branded, obviously they can't play Lingeribo, or they can, but then they can't activate most of their cards like Branded Fusion, Branded Opening and stuff. But they can still just tribute this to normal summon a Bestial. And they play, Lubellion and like anywhere from like 5 to 7 Bestials as well. So there's a pretty decent chance that they'll just have a Bestial to tribute over this. So I'm not a not a big fan of this even against branded because of that reason. If they couldn't tribute the Bystials, this card would be crazy against that deck. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of this card in the deck. So yeah, we'll get into the next combo. And for the last combo, if you decide to play the runic version, there's a cool combo that you can do that a lot of people don't know about. You can, if you open like a runic spell plus blue, obviously 2 runic spells is ideal because then you get to draw a fountain and everything, but we're just going to show the very baseline combo. You go runic spell to summon Hugin, and then obviously if you have another runic spell, you discard and grab fountain and etc. But just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to make it simple. Summon this, level 2, so then you special blue, grabs jet, use special jet, will then grab starter, and then you can link the blue or the jet, it doesn't really matter, and the Hugin into Sprind, and Sprind will then send Tier Limits Merly for a couple reasons. I'll show you. You can go Merly effect, fuse with the Merly and the Hugin to go into Predaplant Dragos Tapelia. Then you can starter for just probably another jet, just a useless body, and make Gigantic, and then Gigantic will then summon you most likely Carrot. Obviously it could be red, depending on your hand, a lot of factors, but I always like to go with Carrot. But the Dragos Tapelia is nice because it puts back the Hugin to your extra deck, so you can get away with only playing 2 because it's like you have 3 essentially when you do the Merly combo. But in the runic version, you don't want to play the whole nimble package because you don't, when you draw off your runic spells, you don't want to draw into nimble cards. You also want to play like Lava Golem and stuff in your main deck, which uses your normal summon as well. So this just gives you like a good send to make Dragos Tapelia, which is really strong into the Kashtira matchup, for example, or the Spright matchup. Against Kashtira, if they start with like a Unicorn or a Fenrir, you can just Dragos Tapelia negate, then it becomes level 1. So they need like 2 extenders to like keep going. Against Spright, it's similar. You know, they normal summon a level 2, you Dragos Tapelia, it makes it level 1, so they have to have like a way to keep going, like starter, to actually keep playing. So this card's like really good right now, and it makes the end board a little bit stronger. This keeps using its effect every turn. Runic's like really good at, like gaining advantage, and like this just every turn, because Runic's gonna take a lot of turns to win because you have to skip your battle phases and stuff. So I just thought it was a really cool thing to do in the deck that I haven't seen anybody else doing. So yeah, well, that's all the combos. I appreciate you guys watching. I go into another case tournament this weekend, and I'll probably be playing Spright again, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, make sure to drop a like and leave a sub if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.